So guys, welcome back to the video. This is going to be a quick comparison. This right here is the k20i's, while these are the C30i, Soundcore Anker. You should already know if you clicked on the video, so I'm going to try to shorten the names in the beginning. Both headphones are decent in their own right, but it's all about what suits you as a consumer a little bit better. So hopefully this quick comparison video helps you anybody out. Now, if you're looking for a full-blown review, check the channel out. Probably in the last 30 days, I reviewed both of these and you'll be able to find both of them, or just type it into the algorithm and the EOS network and it should pop up without a problem if you want a full comprehensive review with application support and all that. This one is just a quick little comparison. Anyway, let's get into this video, not waste any time. I'm excited. Let's get the battery life out of the way. The k20i's, you're getting 6 hours in the case per charge. Per charge on the headset, and then with the case, you're getting a total of 36 hours. While the clips, on the other hand, you get 10 hours charge, and then you get 30 inside the case. I also want to say that both of them support rapid or fast charging, where 10 minutes on this guy over here, the k20, will give you 2 hours of playtime, while 10-minute charge on the the C30i's will actually give you 3 hours of battery life. Now, keep in mind, even though I said 6 hours and 10, that's listening. That's when you're listening, consuming media, looking at podcasts, listening to music, playing games, stuff like that. Talk time differs. So the talk time does cut it almost in half practically with a lot of earbuds, so just kind of keep that in mind. But that's one of the reasons why you have the charging case. And of course, the charger on the front of this case is, on the front of it, as you can see underneath, while the C30i's is on the back. So all you got to do is just sit it down and charge it as is. Depending on your usage, just make sure you charge it every other day, if not once a week. Again, it's all on your uses. I can't tell you what to do personally, but for me, since I use these every single day, I do have to charge them like every 2 days or so, and then I'm good to go. So just kind of keep that in mind. Now, oddly, I have seen some conflicting reports. Now, some reports say this has Bluetooth 5.4. I'm going to go with Bluetooth 5.3. This also has Bluetooth 5.3. Not bad connection. What I will say is that the k20i's, in my experience, actually experienced less drop connections than the C30i's. That's just my opinion, but of course I do travel throughout the entire city, Philadelphia, all the way to Upper Darby, Lansdowne, things like that, on an electric scooter. So you're going to have dead zones. That's understandable. Even with higher brands like Samsung and stuff, I did have dead zones in certain areas. So I'm just going to chalk it up to bad service. But I don't think you'll have too bad of a connectivity issue. Now, there will be some people out there and reviews that say, you know what, it just didn't work very well for them. It could be the phone connection. It could be a defective headset. That does happen from time to time. But for the most part, this headset will say, I would say like 95% of the time, you shouldn't have any disconnectivity issues. At least that's how my commute is. You'll be a little bit different. But if you're a Soundcore user like me, you know that they're pretty solid when it comes to connectivity. Now, one other thing, the IP rating. The C30i's are actually IPX4. So, take that with a grain of salt. The k20i's, for whatever reason, are IPX5. So they have waterproof and sweat guard. Not saying you can't use that with this one, but I feel like, for a $29 headset to have IPX5, and then for a $70 headset to have IPX4, I can definitely tell that Anker is experimenting with a lot of their products. I'll leave that alone. I haven't had any issues. I wear these throughout the rain on a regular basis. Of course, I'm wearing a helmet when I do that, and it hasn't gotten damaged yet. And I normally put my products through the ringer to make sure that they're good to go. And so far, both work very well. But obviously, having clips on your ear is going to hold it in place better than this earbud design right here. So I'm definitely going to have to kind of go with the C30i's as an overall in general, but that's just me. I'll leave that decision up to you guys, the viewership. Both of these actually have touch control. Let me show you how it works. So with the Ankers, now there is a white pair, which is a solid white like this, but I have the transparent pair. The white pair got damaged, so it's totally my fault that happened. But this button right here that you see is the touch button. Now in the settings, you have the option to actually turn this off in the settings and customization. You also have the option to turn it off right here for the k20i also. But the touch area around the k20i, I believe, is about like right here in this vicinity or so, if I'm correct. And you know, sometimes you'll take these in and out of your ears and you'll accidentally click on something. That has happened to me quite a few times, versus the clips, you're holding it from the top. So it's a little bit easier to not touch any of the touch controls. Just a minor gripe, nothing to really, you know, write home about. I actually turn it off on both of them because I don't really care for touch controls at all on any headset for that matter, unless it's a physical button. So I just leave it off. But you do have customization in the actual Soundcore application. Totally free app. You don't have to sign up for it if you don't really care for the touch tone sounds, and you could turn all that stuff off for each respective headset. So the music quality for both of these, to be honest with you, is very, very similar. Let me explain the slight differences. Because of this in-ear design, you might have to constantly see yourself kind of just twisting this around and moving it a certain way to make sure that it doesn't move, which does affect your music experience. While the clips, on the other hand, when they sit on the ear, they sit in the same spot for the most part and don't move at all. And I can attest to that because I wear a bicycle helmet. I wear like a partial motorcycle helmet with a strap, and it just keeps my earbuds in place at all times. And just walking around, I never really have to adjust them. I actually forget that they're on. So keep that in mind. The maximum volume for both of these is just something to it's nothing out of the ordinary. It's decent enough to be able to fill up a room if they're in your ear and you're by yourself. Yes, if you're playing a YouTube video on your computer and you have these earbuds in your ear, you can still hear everything happening around you. If you're around other people's conversations, outside conversations, cars going past, weather conditions, you will hear everything, even if you're playing music on these, because again, they're an open ear design to make sure that it maximizes your safety, where you can still have your pleasurable music or podcast, whatever it is that you're listening to, and still be aware of your surroundings. Obviously, it's smart to not have headphones in your ears at all, so no one will try to approach you or rob you or anything like that for safety reasons, but at least you will be aware of what's happening. Now, if you're trying to envelop yourself in music, like I said before, neither one of these are going to do that. And I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say, well, one sounds substantially better than the other. Yes, the C30Is do sound better, in my opinion, overall in terms of like bass, but it really is all about positioning of the earbuds, because if you push these deep enough into your ear, these sound a little bit better in terms of bass. But once they start wiggling and moving around, you realize, oh, this is the natural position that these are supposed to be in. And then that quality kind of disappears. Similar to like regular AirPods. When you press them deeper into your ear, they sound phenomenal. When they're just lingering around normally, it sounds a little lackluster. It is what it is. But both of them sound very, very good. For the price difference in terms of sound, obviously, I would give it like probably I don't even know what rating to really give these. They're so similar in sound that I can probably put them in your ear and you really wouldn't notice the difference in terms of quality of sound. You would just more so be like, I just wish it was kind of louder. But again, that's what regular earbuds are for. All right, so is there a clear winner? Not really. It's all about personal preference. If you're into multi-point, this is going to work better for you. If you're just looking to save a buck but still have quality of sound, you may have lost a pair of AirPods, or you're like, I like the design, I don't want to pay $149 for some goofy headphones that last for 25 minutes. I understand that. Then you buy the Soundcore Ankers for $30. They work very well. You get 6-hour charge, 36 total inside the case. You're getting 40, I believe, total in this, while 10 hours inside the ear, 30 inside the case. So it really differs. The battery life isn't that dramatic depending on what it is that you're doing. Now, if you're one of those people like me where I'm scootering, I'm doing artwork, I'm drawing, I'm running, I'm jogging, I'm doing so many different things while I'm at work, the clips are going to just work better. They're going to fit better, in my opinion. Universally, it comes with clamps so that you can actually snap onto it to keep it in place. I don't personally use the clamp because I think that it adds a little bit of pressure to the ear and gives me a little bit soreness. So I just use it as is. Because if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's these little rubber tips that fit, not rubber, plastic that fit over this part so that it feels more solid, where it just sits in place in your ear. At the end of the day, I'm going to go with the C30Is as an overall, but this is not bad. The k20Is are not bad at all for the people that like that stick design, that AirPod-ish design. I don't have anything bad to say about either one of them. Anyway, that is the quick comparison. For anyone interested in other comparisons with products I already have, let me know in the comment section below. Till then, peace, and I'll see y'all in the next video.